After some incredible action in the UEFA Champions League, the Premier League is back this weekend with a bang. Match day 5. Let's have a look at the 5 games that I'm looking forward to the most this weekend in the Premier League. And we are going to start, of course, on Merseyside. The Merseyside Derby between Liverpool and Everton. Both teams, in fairness to them, are in fantastic form right now. Liverpool, of course, the only side remaining in the Premier League who have been absolutely perfect. Everton, meanwhile, are in a very respectable 6th place as of the time of recording. Very impressive from both sides so far this season for different reasons. Now, of course, Liverpool have managed to win every game this season, but they've done so via the late show. The late goal has always been absolutely key for them, and they, of course, continued that theme going into the Champions League against Atletico de Madrid last time out. So, what is going to happen this time? Well, local derbies are always awkward. I do not think this is going to be a blowout against Everton by any means, but I do think that Liverpool will win this one in the end. And you know what? Let's continue the theme. Let's continue the theme of Liverpool winning late on. I'm going to go with 1-0 to Liverpool. Next up, we've got one of the 3 o'clock games on Saturday afternoon. Wolverhampton Wanderers against Leeds United. Now, both of these sides were expected to struggle coming into this season, and in truth, only one of them really has. Wolverhampton Wanderers, of course, losing every single game so far this campaign, but despite that, Vitor Pereira is rumoured to get a contract extension. I've already done a video about how crazy that situation is at Molineux already, guys. But Leeds, in fairness, have been pretty good this season. A very narrow loss last time out to an own goal in like the last minute of the game against Fulham. They, of course, are unbeaten at home as well. They've won 1 and drawn 1 there. Leeds are doing okay, but they've not managed to pick up any points on the road yet. How do I see this one going? Well, to be honest, I think these two are really going to cancel each other out. This is a big relegation 6-pointer. Let that not be ignored, but I just think they're going to cancel each other out. I'm going to go with a 0-0 in this one. It could be a good game, but I just feel like both sides really don't have that much cutting edge, to be honest, and Leeds especially will take a point in this one, you would imagine. Next, let's talk about one of the late games, the earlier late game at 5:30 p.m, Manchester United against Chelsea. Chelsea, of course, lost against Bayern Munich in midweek, and of course, Man United were not in action in midweek, so their squad should be a bit fresher for this game, you would imagine. However, Chelsea, they've been pretty good so far this season, and in truth, they weren't really that much outclassed by Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena, which is no mean feat at all, with how good they have been and how good they are, particularly Harry Kane, of course. Man United, though, they just look very average, to say the very least. And I do think that Chelsea are going to get a result here. But again, I'm going to go with another 0-0. I know I'm not very optimistic headed into this game week, am I? This, to me, has a 0-0 written all over it. It really does. But if anybody's going to win it, I would back Chelsea. On current form and the quality of these teams, Chelsea are a side that are much better put together. Simple as that. So, yeah, we'll see how that happens. Maybe we'll get some goals in these 2 games. But I don't know. I'm doubtful, personally. Now we move on to one of the Sunday games. Sunderland against Aston Villa. Aston Villa haven't scored in the Premier League so far this season, but they did manage to score in midweek in the Carabao Cup. But they are in the relegation zone as things stand. Sunderland, meanwhile, they're one of the surprise packages of the season so far. Of course, managing to win both of their home games so far this season. And I think they're probably going to keep that up. You know, I've just got a feeling the Fortress Stadium Light is going to make a good result for them. But can they make it 3 wins at the Stadium of Light out of 3? Well, I'm sorry to say, guys, I'm going with another 0-0. I know on paper this is an important game. You know, it's not a relegation 6-pointer, but, you know, this is a big opportunity for Sunderland with how poor Aston Villa have been so far this season, and the fact they'll be tired from midweek, you would imagine too. But another one, I'm going 0-0. I'm not very optimistic, but I am not going to go for 0-0 when it comes to Arsenal against Manchester City. There has to be goals in this one. Man City, they've kind of stumbled around at the start of this season, but they've had a couple wins in a row. Of course, getting a win last time out very commandingly against a very lacklustre Manchester United side in the Manchester Derby at the Etihad Stadium. Man City, of course, did win it in midweek as well. Interestingly, too, they played on Thursday rather than Arsenal, who played on Tuesday, albeit Arsenal did play away in Spain at Athletic Club Bilbao, whereas Man City did play at the Etihad Stadium against Napoli. So I feel like Man City's squad will probably be a little bit more tired for that. And honestly, I just genuinely think right now, on paper, as things stand with current form and everything, I think that Arsenal rightfully come into this one as the favourites. And I think, honestly, they are cut above Man City. I think they're going to lose against Arsenal. I do think that Arsenal are going to concede. I think Man City have got enough about them, particularly with Erling Haaland up front, to actually concede a goal. But I do think that Arsenal will score more. I'm going to go with 3-1 to the Gunners. But yeah, there you go, guys. Big games in the Premier League this match day 5. What do you think about these? Let us know in the comments below. Like, share, comment, subscribe, guys. As always, and have a fantastic day wherever you are in the world today. See you very soon.